Namaste. Hello. This is hello from in Siem, still at Level 2 Dreams here. So I'm recovering from injuries, so I thought it was high time we did a restorative anyway, so it would be rather perfect. So you're going to need a bolster or a number of blankets that you can fold in certain ways to create some heights, and perhaps 1 or 2 blocks, maybe a strap, and some cushions or some towels or anything else that might help you support the body in various ways. So we're going to start in front body shavasana. So this is where we have a bolster or a stack of folded blankets. So we can lie the torso down along the bolster or blankets, and you'll need a little something like a block or a firm cushion to place the head on, so the forehead wants to rest, and we want to have enough breathing space between the bolster and the block or the where the forehead is resting. Knees come out to the side preferably rather than long, but they don't need to be up in line with the hip or anything like that. Just find your sweet spot where you're going to be able to stay for a few rounds of breath, or at least a few rounds of minutes. So just make yourself comfortable. Just do any last minute little adjustments to make sure you're going to be sweet here for, 7 or so minutes. Place the elbows out in front, so the elbows sort of line up with the head, closer to the crown of the head. And it's really a good idea that we rest the forehead, placing it on a firm cushion or a block, or maybe a block with a towel or something to soften the support. Once you have got your seats, begin by taking a few deep breaths, breathing in through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Letting go as you exhale, maybe even wriggling or wobbling the body out on the exhalation. Giving yourself the opportunity to completely release, let go, and relax. You might like to just start by rolling really slowly the forehead from side to side. Releasing any tension in the neck, down through the shoulders, or even any head tension can be released here through the rolling of the forehead. Take as much or as little as you feel you need before coming back to the center, coming back to stillness. It can be a little tricky sometimes to get this positioning of the head just right, in order that the neck and shoulders are comfortable and don't begin to bunch up. So again, if you need to make any small or larger adjustments, please take your time now. And come back to the experience of your breath. This time, let the breath be natural. Just allowing it to rise and fall spontaneously. And if you can you simply be the observer of that breath? soften and release on the exhalation as the breath pours out of the body. If you need to, you can lift the elbows up off the floor and then just place them back down, particularly any time through the practice that you feel there's been a release and there's some bunching up in the shoulders because the elbows are holding that release back. See what you can release through the shoulders and the neck, allowing any tension to pour down the arms and out into the earth beneath you. Allow the forehead and the sacrum both to become heavy to the support beneath them. The sacrum can drop into the pubic bone and the pubic bone presses into the bolster. You could deepen the breath at any time that the body and the breath naturally want to do that. And releasing out a deep sigh, trying to release out any deeper tension that may be held and now ready to be released. Try not to let the mind distract you, but stay steady in the experience of the body and the breath moving calmly, slowly, deeply through the body. You might like to come back to that experience of rolling the forehead on the block or your cushion, towel, whatever it is that you have. And you could also begin to allow the shoulders to rotate as if you're sort of swimming, perhaps starting with some backstroke. Just the shoulders rotating in opposite directions simultaneously to just begin to awaken. And lift the knees off and straighten them a little bit, and the feet can come off the floor and over the knees so we can begin to shake them out or simply rotate the ankles a few times. in each direction. And I think it feels nice at this point. Please take the time to do as we shift from one pose to the next. Once you're done, the feet come back to the earth and the hands come in under the shoulders. Use an inhalation to push up. And the exhalation, we're just going to draw the knees in a little bit closer, big toes together, and drop the buttocks down towards the heels. So we're hugging with the thighs, the bolster, for your support. And simply going to drop back down, taking, say, the right cheek to the bolster. And just having all the support that you need to be comfortable. If you need to add something here under the belly or under the head, then please do that. Otherwise, we're just going to drop in once again in this supported child's pose. A couple of deep breaths as you begin to land. And you could rock from side to side if that gave you some pleasure. Find the pose first with the breath. Any little wriggling or movement that helps settle the body, and then take the time. And as you're ready, you just come back to the experience of the breath. You might deepen it so you can feel the belly. Begin to press into the support beneath you on the inhalation. The exhalation, as the belly draws away from the support, allows the upper body, the chest, the head, the shoulders to perhaps connect more fully, release more deeply. And I want you to be pushy with the breath, but to use it as an inquiry, to use it as a conversation. Let the breath, and in particular the inhalation, speak, ask the body. We find the areas that resist, the areas of dullness, tightness, contraction. And the exhalation is sort of like the answer to the question. It answers in surrender, and letting go, and softening. And just allowing. Take an inhalation to lift the head up, and the exhalation to drop the opposite cheek to the support beneath you, and adjust anything that needs adjustment here and now, or maybe lifting the elbows off the floor, allowing the shoulders to spread a little more fully. Maybe it's a little wriggle in the hips or an adjustment through the feet. And then when you've done that, if you've done that, then just take time once again to settle into the pose. Take some deep breaths into the back body. Where do you need it most? Through the sacrum, pelvis, the lower back, mid, upper, shoulders. Where do you need the support? As I said, we use the breath as a conversation with the body. The inhalation like a question. The exhalation like the answer. conversation, engage your mind, engage your intelligence, rather than allowing the mind to begin to drift to past the future, to worry or fantasies, or just use it as your anchor. And then once again, we deepen the breath. Preparing the body for the next position, for change. When you're ready, straighten the head again, pressing the hands into the floor. You might like to just gently pull some of the equipment out from between your thighs and lift onto your hands and knees. Bringing the knees in under the hips, the hands in under the shoulders, and then begin to extend the right leg out, the toes tucked, and just press into the heel to straighten out the back of the leg. You might like to, as you open up the back of the leg, just release through the shoulders and neck, just with a little bit of play, swinging the chin from side to side, or a little twist from side to side of the shoulders. You can drop that right knee and lift the foot off the floor, and once again rotate through the ankle to release. See what's really needed for you in order to feel relaxed and rebalanced. Swapping out the legs, the left foot lengthens out at the toe, push into the heel. And again, you might like a little play with the upper body while the lower body lengthens. Dropping the knee to the earth and lifting the foot off. Rotating through the ankle, releasing. A few times in both directions, of course. And just come back into the pose of the cat, and I'd like you just to have a moment to yourself. No direction required here. We all know cat cow, cat's breath, and we all know how to play cat, or at least listen to the body. So the conversation we're having now is still relating to the breath, the inhale and the exhale, but also related to movement. Anything that feels nice. Back, forward, side to side, up, down, rotations. Right. Breathe. I forgot to mention that really any time that you would like more time in a particular place, please just press pause. Particularly, it's at the best to press pause just as I am beginning to bring you to the next point, and then you can just press play again when you're ready to move out. So this time we're going to lengthen the legs back a little here, so we place the pubic bone onto the edge of the bolster, and then just lay ourselves down along, put the legs straight out behind us. We drop down to the elbows and untuck the toes so we press into the tops So we're just going to work here for a little bit more active. So press the tops of the feet into the floor so the knees come off. Press the elbows into the floor so we can begin to draw the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen the tail, shooting it between the feet and reach out through the crown of the head. And just breathe. Trying not to over-grip in the legs. Having a sense of ease and release here, even while you press that pubic bone down and keep the tail long. Try and keep out of the shoulders by helping with the press of the elbows, but drawing the shoulder blades down and back and lengthening out through the crown. At any time, if you get tired and you feel that things are bunching up a little, then you can drop the chin in towards the chest and sway it from side to side. Remember, this is your home practice, so nobody is looking. You can change out anything you like. Adapt, adjust, change out. We're going to just release the legs back down, the knees to the earth. And roll onto our right side. You might need to get some other equipment here. I've got these two bolsters. This is the size of the bolsters here, so I'm using them as one. But now I'm going to just use them as two. So you might need a second cushion or something to place under the head. Otherwise, I'm going to place this little bolster. It could be a folded blanket or something smaller than the bolster. It could actually be the bolster. Lying down onto the right side. I'm going to use this so it becomes half under my head and half under my shoulder, and we're just coming into a very light twist. I've luckily got a bunch of pillows here, so you might like to have some support for the hand, or if you're very open in the twist, you could just have nothing there, just coming down to the earth. But take the support that you need as we come here to hold for a couple of minutes. Let the head be comfortable, and you might even like to just roll it from side to side a couple of times. And know that wherever you place it to start with, you can always change it as you stay. Let's begin the process by taking a couple of deep breaths. Soften on the exhalation, seeing what you can release and soften to in this shape, this pose. Find the breath. Once it's faded away to natural breathing, just try and stick a little with the experience of the breath moving through the body. And still using that as an exploration. Even if we don't deepen the breath like a question, but just follow the inhalation and begin to explore the peripheries of the body, out through the arms and into the hands, down the legs and into the feet, and begin to notice where there is unconscious tension. And using the natural exhalation to release it. If you need to or want to deepen the breath, you can. We could also work with this with a gentle, natural breath. Try to be aware of any tension of the fingers or hands. Let it go. And of course, also any tension in the features of the face. That maybe we need to be a little more vigilant about these more subtle tensions in the smaller muscles of the body, which have a tendency to creep back in as we hold. Deepen the breath a few rounds. When you're ready, just begin to gently come out of it, and just coming out of it your own way. I'm going to roll onto my back and change my equipment out. But you might have another way of doing that, so please find your own way with it. Rolling now onto your left side. Right leg comes over onto the bolster. Having some support under the head, and if you need it, under that right arm as you allow it to drop behind you to the right hand side. And just begin to drop in. Making any small adjustments before you go too deep to make sure you're feeling super sweet in the pose. You might like to roll the head a couple of times from side to side and just allow it to find its own placing. A couple of deepened breaths. And then we really land in. And once again, you can use either a deepened breath, like a conversation, or a natural, gentle breath, just listening and searching for the more subtle tension throughout the fingers, maybe toes, features of the face. Just see how soft you can become. Beginning to deepen the breath. Try not to harden as we come back to a deepened breath, but try and stay as soft and relaxed as you were as you take the breath in. And then again, slowly begin to find your way out of there. I'm going to come onto my back again, and we're going to change out the equipment. So you could use a to bolster again for this. It might be a little strong or deep for some of you, but maybe not. And a little something under the legs. So we'll have a couple of different options there. We need something to go under the chest and something to roll under the neck to support our neck. And then something to go under the knees. So there's two options of having it with the soles of the feet together in Skupta Konasana. Or simply supporting underneath the legs in just the legs lengthened out. And then we come with the bolster directly under the shoulder blades to open up through the chest. And rolling something under the chin. Not the chin, the neck. So the neck is supported, but the throat is open. We don't want it over tucked here like this, unless of course you need that because you have some discomfort or injuries that you're working with. So please, disregard what I say if you need to, and make it your practice that serves you well. Otherwise, we can come in choosing either the legs long or Skupta Konasana with the soles of the feet together. It's nice to have the knees supported. Arms are at shoulder height. So preferably over the bolster. If you're working with a very big bolster, you might get pins and needles, so it might be better to have the hands a little higher and perhaps them just resting on the chest. So just see how you go, find the position that works for you, and then drop in. Deepen the breath to start with. Breathe into the chest, breathe into the ribs, and let them soften on the exhalation. Take whatever adjusting that you need to stay comfortably for longer. If something isn't feeling supported, then just change it. You can deepen the breath, if you like, into the belly. Trying to allow again the features of the face to remain relaxed and open. Allow the tongue to rest in the mouth. Allow the dropping of the belly into the body on the exhalation. Massage the inner organs. tension from the hips, the thighs, just slowly melt away. Drop into the land of your body. And when you're ready, if your knees are wide open, we're going to press the feet into the floor and begin to, press the feet into each other and begin to draw the knees towards each other. And then walk the feet open. And then just drop, say, the right knee into the center so it's supported. The inner thigh touches the support beneath you. And then the leg lifts back up and we drop the opposite one down, left into the center. Just hold there for a moment. And then inhale to bring that knee back up. Draw the elbows into the body and look between the knees. And then just pushing up with the elbows and then hands come to an upright position. Let's take a breath in a moment there. And then we come to change our equipment once again. Really going to be the final pose of restorative. You can come into Shavasana after. So I'm going to, it might be good, you could have this with the bolster or some stacked blankets. You could also, stagger them like this. Not with if you have a bolster, but if you have a bolster, have something, a couple of stacked blankets perhaps to drop the body down slowly. Maybe you want to see what I'm doing and then choose your weapons. So we're coming in to lay the body like a long bridge down. The shoulders come onto the support on the floor as we lay the body over the bolster. You'll want a block or two at the other end for the feet to come and rest on, and you could have a strap or some sort of a belt or something that you place around the feet. So when they come to lay down or lay down, they don't need to worry about, them falling out to the side. So it can take a little bit of getting into to start with. Okay, pushing that block a little too far away. So we want the shoulders to drop down to the floor. We want the neck, the head to be free of the support on the floor. And then we lay the rest of the body down. Hopefully the feet can be supported by a strap or a belt. And then we can just have the arms in cactus style if you like, lying or just above the shoulders in line with the head. Or if it's too much, you can of course have them running down the way. Otherwise we come into having them over. We open the chest now, this way. Keeping a sense of lengthening through the tail. gentle sense of activation through the thighs and through the feet. So this isn't completely passive. See how we can find an activation and a relaxation at the same time. Could play with a gently deepened breath here, but I would probably encourage mostly natural breathing. There can be a little bit of compression here in the head, as this is like a really gentle inversion. Heart is higher than the head. And once again, just allowing the breath to massage the organs of the body. So perhaps deepening the breath, a few rounds. You can let your belt or strap slip off your feet. And bring the feet beneath the knees. And if you can, you could slide off or push your equipment down. We're going to just finish off with one last. I said that last time, didn't I? We're going to actually turn our equipment so it's long ways and just take a moment to place it underneath the hips, pelvis, so we can come into a slightly different supported bridge pose with the feet underneath the knees and our equipment still supporting just underneath the shoulders but not underneath the neck. And you can either remain here, or you could lift the legs up off the ground, the feet off the ground, and extend the legs up into the air. You could alternatively take your equipment to a wall and place yourself with your legs up against the wall. So if that's the case, just pause and press play again when you're ready. Lining the feet up over the hips. Try not to lift the buttocks off the sacrum off the bolster. So we really want this idea that if we're in the middle of the room doing this, we are doing it against the wall. It's much easier if we're against the wall to keep the pelvis and sacrum grounded into the support beneath you. Coming into a slightly deepened inversion now, heart higher than the head, hips and feet higher than the heart. So let the breath be natural, find the most comfortable position for your hands. And allow the blood to drain from the legs, even though that's not what actually happens in reality. But it has that sense of draining the legs. And And you can widen the legs and just allow them to fall down the wall or to open up freely, having a little bit of playtime here. Maybe a little rocking from side to side, rotating the ankles, swiveling the hips, rolling the head from side to side. So just having a little moment. We're not going to be here much longer. Into Shavasana after this. So just enjoying a little moment of movement or of stretch in a way that feels nice for you. And if you did want to take the legs and the feet over your head so the sacrum lifts gently off the support, then you could also take a moment to do that. Maybe even hug the legs in. Take a breath or two. And then just begin to find your way down. If you want longer, please press pause and take the time that you really want for this practice. Lift the hips off the floor by pressing the feet into the earth and just shifting the equipment so it comes beneath the knees. You might like to keep the equipment underneath the knees for Shavasana, so you might need to just slide down a little bit more. And any blankets or anything that you had under your shoulders may like to go in under the head. You may or may not need that support, so feel into what is required for you. And we've had a good 45 minutes or so of restorative, so really just allow your Shavasana to be a quick drop-in and a deep drop-in. I am going to lead us in a little here, and then I'm just going to leave you. And I'm not going to finish off in any particular way, so once the video finishes, just stay as long as you need. But once again, we find the breath and we draw it deep into the body. Deep, slow and softly. See if you can draw the breath slowly into the body, as if you can carry it all the way down to your feet and toes, hands and fingers. The exhalation is a dropping of the bones into the earth, a loosening of the skin and muscles. Let all your worries go. Drop into the beautiful experience of your body, your essence, your spirit. Just allow everything else in your life in this moment to fade away. You may even like the boundaries of your body to gently fade away. Simply allowing yourself to dissolve into the space around you.